Well, hello. Welcome to Ela Small Groups Day 2. Okay, let's look at our warm-up. There is an interesting journal called The Way the Brain Works, a history. Which is the correct way to capitalize the title of the journal? Is it A, B, C, or D? Which do you believe is the correct way? All right, did you get your answer? What did you choose? I chose C. The beginning starts with a capital and every other important word after does start with a capital letter. So I chose C. All right, let's look at what we are doing today. We are comparing and contrasting a first-hand and second-hand account of the same event or topic, describe the differences in focus and the information provided. The skills were determining similarities and differences in focus of two informational texts on the same topic. So remember the author's perspective. The author's perspective is your perspective based on your opinions and experiences. Your perspective may be different from another person's perspective. An author's perspective is his opinions, her experiences, and they can be different than the author's. Those are flip-flop a little bit. All right, let's look at this paragraph. Winter is a dreadful time of year. Everything is dead and lifeless. The trees are bare and the grass is brown. It is bitterly cold outside. Sometimes the temperature drops well below zero and it's uncomfortable to be outside for even a few minutes. Winter can be dangerous. People die every year on ice-covered highways. Others end up in emergency rooms due to frostbite. Winter is the worst season of all. What do you think the author's perspective is on winter? Let's see. I see dreadful, everything is dead and lifeless, the grass is brown, bitterly cold, it's below zero, it's uncomfortable, dangerous, emergency rooms, worst. So I was just picking out all those words. Those are all pretty negative. I would have to say that the author's perspective on winter is he does not like winter at all. He thinks it's the worst season. What is your perspective? Do you agree or disagree? What is your opinion? What is your experience in winter? Go ahead and pause this and write this down. What is your perspective on winter? My perspective is I love winter. We are hot in Arizona all year round mostly, so winter is a nice cool break. I love to go up north and play in the snow. Do you like winter or not? Okay, let's look at this perspective. Winter is a wonderful time of year. The three best holidays, Christmas, New Year's Eve, and Valentine's Day, take place during the winter months. You can do things outside that you can't do at any other time of the year. For example, you can sled, ski, or even build a snowman. Winter is the only time of year when there is a real possibility that you will wake up in the morning and school will be canceled. Clearly, winter is the best season of the year. So, what is the author's perspective on winter? Do they like winter or not? Yes, I agree. They do like winter. They like all of the things they can do outside. They like the holidays. Some must have experienced school being canceled due to a snow day. I don't ever, not once in my life have we ever had a snow day. Where I live, we never get snow. Oops. But think about it. How does this author's perspective differ from the last one we read? This author likes winter. The last author did not like winter. And they both had good reasons. It's just their perspective. It's their thoughts and their feelings. Okay. So you are going to go through these. You don't have to do all three. You can pick one. So the red is the easiest, and then yellow is a little harder, and then this one is the hardest. So go ahead and pick one, and pause on the one you like, read it, and then answer the questions. What is the author's perspective, and what is your perspective, and how do they differ? Okay, so go ahead and pause it and get that done, and then when you play, you're going to come back here and check and see if you got the author's perspective correctly. Correct. Okay. If you want to experience an unforgettable vacation, you need to visit a beach. The purpose of going on vacation is to forget about the stresses of everyday life and relax, and a beach vacation is the only one where you can lay out under the warm sun and truly relax and refresh yourself. Refresh yourself. There's nothing that can compare to walking along a beach at sunset or listening to the calming sounds of waves crashing onto the shoreline in a rhythmic pattern. Beach vacations are simply the best. The author's perspective on vacations is, he loves vacations, but he thinks that beach vacations are the best. Did you agree or disagree? Why? All right, let's look at this one. How far do you live from school? Could you safely walk to school each day? Unfortunately, fewer and fewer children walk to school these days, even when they have a safe route to travel. In 1969, 89% of K-8 students who lived within 1 mile of their school usually walked or biked to school. In contrast, only 35% of K-8 students in 2009 reported that they walked or biked to school even 1 day a week. There are so many reasons why walking to school is the right thing to do, especially if you live within a couple of miles of your school. First, walking to and from school each day will help to keep students physically active and healthy. Second, students who walk or bike to school are helping care for the environment by choosing to travel in a way that eliminates pollution caused by cars. If you walk or bike to school, keep it up. If you don't walk or bike to school, consider whether this is a safe option for you. If it is, talk to your parents to see if they will let you begin walking or biking to school. What is the author's perspective? Did you say that the author thinks that more kids should walk to school? Because if you did, you are right. Do you agree or disagree? Why or why not? All right, our last one. Football safety is a hot topic. Do you have an opinion on the topic? Do you think it's safe for kids and teens to play football? Let me share some hard facts with you that will either support your current opinion or may cause you to rethink your position. A head concussion is a type of brain injury caused by a direct blow to the head or an indirect blow to the body. A head concussion is the #1 safety concern for football players because the consequences can be so serious and hard hits happen all the time in this sport. The brain is not fully developed until age 25, so concussions that happen during childhood or during the teen years should be prevented whenever possible. Sadly, though, it is estimated that 53% of high school athletes have had a concussion before they even entered high school. 3,800,000 concussions that happened while playing a sport were reported in 2012. Nearly half, 47%, of the concussions happened during football, and 33% of those occurred during practice. Football players who suffer one major concussion or multiple concussions may have to deal with the brain injury that leads to serious lifelong consequences, like memory loss or even death. So what do you think now? Is football a safe sport to play for kids? Or kids play? All right, what is the author's perspective? I think the author's perspective thinks that football is not a safe sport to play because head concussions tend to happen. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree? All right. So why is your opinion on a topic important? Think about that. Why is it important? Your opinion matters, and it matters to me because it's your thoughts. If you don't share your opinion, how would anybody ever get to really know the real you? Right? All right, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Happy Tuesday. Bye, everybody. Don't forget to mark your attendance.